have you ever seen anywhere like this.
With more people than ever joining alternative communities across the UK, today I investigate this growing trend. To do this, I've been invited inside one of the longest standing off-grid communities in the UK. Set in the remote Cornish countryside, the Chyan Community started life as a travelling circus that settled over 20 years ago and has since grown into one of the largest sustainable off-grid communities in the country. In this documentary, I've been given exclusive access inside to see what life is like at Chyan, from the basics like food, water and community living to an off-grid spa and a high-top circus performance dome. Today we see all of what this community has to offer.
I've now arrived at the Chyan Community in one of the most remote locations within Cornwall that I've ever been to. Honestly, travelling down here, we was on a one-track road for miles. Anyway, we've arrived now at the Chyan Community. Let's head inside and catch up with the main man behind the project, Brett. You must be Brett.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Chyan, my friend.
Thank you ever so much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, Chyan means home in Cornish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
Have a look around.
We got straight into things by looking at how the food is grown here at Chyan.
Yes.
So what goes on in the Roots and Seeds HQ?
It's a community growing project called Roots and Seeds, and it's about organic gardening.
Yeah.
And growing food locally. So if you look in
yeah,
here,
absolutely.
For example, there's a polytunnel. So this is all run by volunteers. So you've got a big variety. They're growing a lot of seeds as well, so they keep seeds for the next year.
Yeah.
And grow a variety of food which the users of the group get to have. So, you know, we got variety of beans and salads going. There's salads, a variety of salads, potatoes, squash, beetroots. And outside they grow loads more, so obviously the polytunnel's a bit more of a gathering area and growing specific things, and then outside they've got beds where they're growing, you know, more prolifically, so spinach and squash and things outside.
So how much of your own food do you produce on site, Brett?
Oh yeah, this is a community project that's attached to the farm. The farm itself produces food. This project produces food for its members, for those who come along and help.
Yep.
Yeah, and people can have their own allotment as well.
Oh wow.
But the only proviso is that it's organic.
Incredible. Yeah.
Smell that.
Am I right in saying they used to call comfrey bone knit?
Yeah.
Because it's really good
knit
for your
bone.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, in the First World War they used it for knitting broken bones back together.
Really?
And as an old acrobat, I've used it several times. This wrist has been broken 5 times, for example.
Goodness me.
I've mended it with comfrey.
So you can attest to its healing properties.
Absolutely, comfrey is amazing. You have to be careful with it because it's really strong stuff. Don't take it inside, but rub it on bones and scar tissue, gets rid of scar tissue. And looking down through that area, we've got the forest school area, which is run by Alice. There's a forest school on site and a nature learning program. We can have a little look at that later on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got school groups, community groups, we've got beekeepers. We did have a blind gardening group here for a while. We work a lot with people with disabilities as well, different sorts of learning disabilities. So, but everyone's welcome, any age, everyone's welcome. Let's go and have a look at the new polytunnel that they're building.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, see what's happening. Right, John. Oh yes.
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, good, man. All the kids in there.
Okay, so what's going on here, Brett?
Okay, so they're putting up a new community polytunnel for teaching and growing local food. Obviously the soil here is pretty amazing. It's been black oats and pigs and things for years, and it's pretty rich soil. You know, you've got like good opportunity to grow without having to put in too much compost and stuff. But we grow green compost on site, so you saw the comfrey and nettle tea earlier on. We put a lot of that in. That gets a lot of the sort of microorganisms growing in the earth. So that's totally organic. Because a lot of the animal manures, you know, like horse manure and stuff like that, it's got a lot of drugs and stuff in it, and food additives and all that, and that's all going into your soil. They're big things, animals, so they take in a lot of drugs, you know, and those drugs pass through them into the shit, and then that shit goes into the soil, who knows what happens over the time, you know. So,
Wow.
I mean, obviously some of it will break down, but we don't know.
You've probably heard of Incogni, the sponsor of today's video, but if you haven't, it's the ultimate tool for managing your online privacy. If you care about protecting your personal information and managing your online footprint, this is for you. As many of you know, Incogni has been helping users remove their data from online data brokers.
And now they've introduced an exciting feature, custom removals. This feature is available exclusively on the unlimited plan.
Which has quickly become the most popular choice among users. So what are custom removals?
With this feature, you have the power to specify exactly what types of data you want to be removed. Whether it's your phone number, email address, or anything else that's making you feel exposed online, Incogni lets you tailor your data removal requests to fit your needs.
Setting up is super simple. Just log into your Incogni dashboard, select custom removals, and choose which pieces of your information you want to be erased. It's that easy.
So if you're not already on the unlimited plan, now is the perfect time to switch. Join the growing community of satisfied users taking control of their online privacy.
Plus, using my code JOEFISH gets you an incredible 60% off. Check out the link in the description and use code JOEFISH to get started with Incogni today and take full advantage of this fantastic new feature. Stay safe online and join Incogni today. I just love how wild it is.
Yeah.
Brett, and all the different various colours of green, the wild flowers.
Obviously this time of year it gets a bit like everything grows. So
Yeah.
it's all a bit... Hello, mate.
I won't get them on camera, but there's monkeys in the trees, I believe. Or is that the children that are on site,
There's
Brett?
lots of children on site, yeah.
Awesome, mate.
Teach children about the countryside.
Yeah.
And about how to exist in the countryside. So they make a fire and they
Yeah.
generally make some nettle tea or something on the fire and some food.
Getting the kids back to
some
nature.
Bread on the fire, yeah, and get kids and their parents. That's the most important thing. It's really good that kids do things with their parents.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, there's a lot of separation between kids and parents these days. So getting the parents involved, really good. This is like a canvas for anyone to paint on, as long as they're organic. Their philosophy is based on nature and promoting sustainability. People could come along and offer projects up. At the moment we're looking for another school project and a project to teach women skills like so woodworking, using tools, welding, those sort of projects. If anyone out there is interested.
There you go,
There's a
guys.
space here, it's free to use. The first community wind turbine project in Cornwall. We put them in with a community energy company that I don't think they're around anymore, but back in the day, I mean, you can't put them in now really because the infrastructure's so old and leaky and full to capacity that they won't allow you to connect up anymore. So, you know, the energy system in this country needs a lot of thinking. One, it's not owned by Britain anymore, so it's, you know, it's a bit bizarre. And two, really we need to work on localism in terms of energy and make community-owned wind resources. There's not a lot of support for it, obviously, because, you know, the big energy companies want the money, want the dollar. But there's a lot of moves towards that at the moment, and obviously that's happening in other countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're very blessed here because we have our own water supply. In fact, that's why the Circus originally settled here, because the local farmer came to our show and we had a chat and a couple of beers, and we explained to him we didn't have any money. He wanted to sell this bit of land because his wife at the time wanted a flat bit of land to have horses on and a sand school. And obviously Chyan is in a valley with lots of hills and he sold it to us by the 7 springs of fresh water coming out the rock here, which have been coming out the rock back into time, you know. So we're very lucky to have sweet water on site.
So this is a truly ancient spot then. People will have been coming here for their water since the beginnings.
Yeah, it's an ancient spot because obviously these are granite quarries in this valley.
Yeah.
A lot of them provided Bombay docks, London docks. Stone came from here.
Wow.
Now we import granite, ironically, from China. But anyway, we'll have a look in the theatre now and have a look at the theatre space, because
please,
at the end of the day, we are a circus.
I hate to ask, but it helps tremendously when you like, comment and subscribe. By doing so, the video gets pushed out to a wider audience and helps the channel grow. Thank you. You can just see the beginnings of the dome there. Voila. Here is the performance dome. Whoa. Whoa. I was not expecting this size of space, Brett. This is incredible.
So you just missed a big show by Moulin Bouche from Bristol. So this is a training space. So we teach in here, both performing arts and our performing arts BTEC, and we teach horticulture in here. So it's a nice indoor space. It's got really good acoustics. It's an old industrial dome, so we can rig from all over it. It's very strong.
Yeah, you can see the rigging up there.
And we teach a lot of circus, obviously, but we also teach theatre and dance. So we've got a nice dance floor there for people to dance on.
Yeah.
And we've quite a lot of community gatherings here. So we've had a gathering about community ways of coming together, communicating in this day and age.
So important.
We had one about women living alone in caravans and vans and their vulnerability and how that could be supported, because there's a lot of housing issues in Cornwall,
massively,
all over the country, and obviously a lot of people are solving that by living in a van or sometimes even a car. And it's a space where we hope in the future we'll have a sort of a day-to-day program and more sort of community education, really, which is really needed, because loads of the kids are really not getting on with the sort of system, which isn't necessarily fit for purpose for everyone. And so we work a lot with those that are struggling with mainstream education, and we're just able to give them a nice calm space with focus. There's no shops around, there's no traffic, there's nothing to disturb their thinking. Good outlet for the issues of the day, really, because it's the young people that are going to be the future, and at the moment a lot of them are a bit worried about the future, to say the least. So, besides working here, we work every week in several other parts of Cornwall. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of child poverty. It's a bit hidden in Cornwall, because obviously Cornwall's quite a nice place to go on holiday. It's got beaches and stuff, but it hasn't really got much of an economic sort of setting.
So you can imagine the audience would be sat on the chairs here behind me, performing out to a live audience. I don't think I'll be brave enough for that. Let me give you a stage side view. I expect you could probably fit a couple of hundred people here on the rows of benches. Absolutely incredible to find this in the deep, dark depths of Cornwall. I'm a bit taken aback, Brett. Absolutely incredible, mate.
It's all been built by volunteers as well.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful, mate.
Seen people in action. We
have
a lot of community support here, and without it we wouldn't exist, really. Well, we come from Circus, and Circus is basically a travelling community where everyone works and lives together, deals with problems. 1 minute they're fixing a truck, next minute they've got to be on stage, you know. So it's something we've grown up with, and when we settled, that's something we wanted to continue. So this is really the continuation of.
We headed back up the hill to the site of the new polytunnel to meet a number of the crew members who were going to take me down to the community village and show me how they live here at Chyan.
Lots of happy, smiley faces.
I think that's probably your next
port of call.
Little shot.
So then the homework is if we could all try and make more friends with each other online, because that does prove that we have an online presence, which is great. So if we can all try and make friends with each other, and then the next time we do it, the more things we do like this, the more vibe this place will have, and the more amazing we can make it. Well, maybe there'll be a plastic putting on the polytunnel session soon. Who knows?
Further down in the valley is where the village is it?
Yeah, there's a little gathering of people down there who live on the site, so
Amazing.
We can have a look at how people live. So that was built with a project, a cob building project.
That's a real piece of art, isn't it?
It was originally, at the time, there was a lot of women on site with little babies.
Right.
So it was a breastfeeding seat where people could sit and breastfeed kids.
There's just so many different sections, Brett.
Well, it's been around for a while. So when we got here, there was no trees.
Really?
It was just a dump site with no trees at all. All these trees have been planted basically walking around in a forest, aren't we? So this has all been planted. And we're still planting, but we're planting on the other side of the valley at the top now, a new community forest. So you can see there's 650 apple trees on the site, and 650 apple trees, and a lot of them are heritage apple trees, so they're ancient Cornish species of apples. Yeah, sorry to hijack you.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely beautiful. There's various different trails that lead off into separate different sections, and everybody I've met who's part of the Chyan community here has been so friendly and welcoming.
There's an old circus bus.
The old circus bus.
It's one of them. It's a travelling community.
Yeah, yeah.
And we settled. So if anyone needs a really good bed for 3:30, there's one inside that bus for sale.
So we've arrived at another spot, Brett.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Well, one of the members of our community is building a home for herself and her family.
Wow.
And she's called Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
And so this is the base of a yurt. We'll have a look inside a yurt in a minute, but basically the idea is to keep air underneath your home for insulation and to keep dry.
Okay.
So the base is a really important part of living in an off-grid space. Obviously, once the base is made, we put the insulation in it so it stays really warm. It's quite simple. I mean, you can, obviously Jenny's doing this by herself, so she's taking a time in between her various jobs. You know, you can put it together really quickly and it can be moved at any time. It's totally movable. It's only wood stood on some rocks,
It's incredible.
some blocks.
So Jenny's undertaking this project
Yeah, so Jenny's
solo.
making her own house. Sometime this summer, you know, quite soon I should imagine, there'll be a yurt on it. And there's some more yurts that we can have a look at.
So how do you go about gaining the knowledge to be able to proceed with something like this?
The thing about living on community is there's lots of people who've done it before and you can ask.
But the best way to do anything really is to have a go, and then if you get stuck, ask someone, get some advice and continue. And it makes you feel so much better if you make things yourself.
So how long have you been working on this thus far?
About a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was an old one here because someone had a yurt here for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And it was rotten, so
So that's part of the job. You've had to dismantle and then rebuild.
that took quite a long time, yeah.
More power to you, Jenny. This is super impressive. I'm really impressed. Well done.
Cool.
Incredible. Thank you. These are beautiful.
Few of them.
Yeah. And so this was self-built as well?
Yeah, Suzanne and her sister built that one, and you can talk to Suzanne in a bit about it.
Am I all right to come in?
Yeah,
Oh, wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. Can I just say this? Beautiful.
Oh,
Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for letting me in.
That's okay.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thanks.
And so, did you build this yourself?
Yeah, with my sister. I built it from scratch and designed it as well. And yeah, there was just the platform here, and I have an external bit, but that was dilapidated when I got here, and it was in a bit of a state. So I had to strip that down as well and rebuild that. So.
Whoa. Okay. So rewind. How on earth did you have the skills to be able to build something like this?
I just started to research, and someone who used to have a yurt here years ago, they've got their yurt somewhere else now. So I went and had a chat with them about what they did to build their yurt, and then I came back and designed it based on what they told me, but then tweaked it to my own design, and then just set to. Lucky it was lockdown, beginning of lockdown, so I phoned up my sister, Jen. Do you want to come down and build a yurt with me? And she's yeah. She got in the car and came that day.
No
Stayed
way.
for 4 months, and
Wow.
we lived in tents in the next field.
In the show field, yeah, yeah.
In the Shaman's field, yeah. And then whilst we building this, but it was like the hottest summer, so it was kind of perfect. And we just worked every day on it until we got the we got the structure, the walls up.
Yeah.
And the poles up and the crown up. The rest of my family came along to help me get that like bring it all together and put the walls back up. And then they all left, and then it was up to me then to put the cover on the roof. And I mean, I got help with the cover, but the insulation, and got help putting the floor down. And then I panelled all the walls, and then I did the bathroom and the kitchen as well. Would you like to see?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like me to take my shoes off?
Don't worry, because it's all.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine. But thank you, though.
Bless you.
Just mind your head, because everything's built from my
Yeah,
head.
I'm vertically challenged myself as well. So there we go. This is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thanks.
can't. Honestly,
Really?
it's not often I'm lost for words. Really isn't.
Oh, that's really nice.
This is. You'd have no idea that you was in a yurt right now, would you?
Yeah, no.
Other than it being circular in the main room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I built all the units myself, and there was no roof or ceiling or anything in here, and so we actually had to strip everything down back to the bare framework and rebuild it. But I did this part on my own, really. So, and the bathroom as well. I had.
Whoa. And there's a little bathroom in there as well.
A little bathroom with hot water and a little shower and bath.
Oh my golly.
The toilet. And
This is just incredible.
Thank you.
And so you said it took you 4 months?
4 months to build the actual
Yeah.
main structure of the yurt, and then the rest of the time I kind of carried on this part on my own, really. So with a little
Wow.
bit of help here and there, but yeah.
I think you're going to inspire a number of people from this.
Oh, that's really nice
Wow.
to hear.
And it is so beautifully done in the main room as well.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
It is absolutely beautiful.
I share this space with my 2.5-year-old boy,
Right.
so he's got obviously a little.
Oh, his little bed over
His
there
little
and his
bed.
Aston Villa teddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a Villa fan.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And so how's that then? Bringing up your child in this environment, is it? It must be amazing.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, the freedom and nature here.
Yeah.
It's just so lovely to be able to relax and know that this is a really safe environment,
Mm-hmm.
and I have such a beautiful, lovely community here as well. And we're all very supportive of each
Yeah,
other. And
absolutely.
and the winter's a bit more challenging here.
Mm-hmm.
My first winter here with Archie, my son. Keep trying to keep the fire going constantly,
Yeah.
making sure he was warm enough during the night,
Uh-huh.
and then the lack of electricity in the winter as well.
Yeah, of course, because you mostly reliant on solar.
Yeah, purely on solar.
Right, so come winter, that
yeah.
probably goes quite quickly during the day, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's it. It's put the generator on, but I'm trying to tweak that at the moment. I'm bought another battery, and I'm going to get some more solar panels. And
Right.
So, but
Try and load up a bit more, store a bit more than I'm assuming.
that's
Yeah.
it, yeah. And I've got 2 diesel heaters as well that come into the yurt from that side and one that side, and into the kitchen and bathroom as well. So they do a really good job, but in the winter they take up a lot of electricity as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's doable though. You just got to keep the fire going and
Keep the fire going.
keep the wood stocked up. And
Yeah.
So and it's getting easier as he gets older. Yeah.
Well, thank you ever so much for
That's
showing me
okay.
around
That's
your
okay.
little slice of paradise you've got going on
It
here.
is a slice of
It
paradise,
really
yeah,
is, and
yeah.
I'm sure many people will feel the same. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, well, thank
Really
you.
inspiring.
It's
Thank
really
you.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you again, Susanna.
That's okay.
Absolutely wonderful.
That's okay.
Beautiful. Thank you again.
All right. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Have you ever seen anywhere like this? Honestly, I'm a bit gobsmacked. I had no idea places like this even existed up until just a few months ago, when I started doing the documentaries about alternative communities and subcultures within the United Kingdom. And I've just been absolutely blown away and truly inspired by some of the communities and the people that I've met thus far doing these videos. So you handcraft these beautiful flutes yourself?
I do, yes.
So how did you learn to create such wonderful pieces of...
About 30 years ago from a mentor of mine in California.
Really?
From the Navajo Nation. And yeah, really amazing experience, and yeah, it's taught me a lot. How to make flutes, how to play.
Well, thanks again for that performance. It was stunning. Thank you. Got another area here. So Ben, what can you tell me about your little corner of Chyan?
We joke that we live on the gate post, so this is the back entrance where everybody comes in.
Yeah.
And then you've got most of the residents live down here. This is the big top for the circus, so when we're doing big top shows, we don't have a front garden wall. We get a nice open plan. So we take that out for festivals like Rattler, Great Estate, Little Orchard, and others, and other shows. So this is our biggest big top. It's called Chapiteau, which means big top in French.
There you go.
She's French.
She's
and then,
French.
Yeah, so we park all over here. Get to enjoy the rattling.
Yeah, yeah.
Of the tractor.
Whoa.
And we actually lived in this, which is a 20-year-old American school bus.
So that's an American school bus?
Yeah, she did 200,000 miles in New York, the Vernon-Verona Sherrill district, which you can see underneath our recreation of, which is what we've written.
Yeah.
The original school is under there. So yeah, we shipped her over 5 years ago now. And we were touring around the country, working on festivals and doing this and that, living in Cornwall during the winter. And then we've been here for over a year now, just over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so the only problem we're living here is she's got loads of solar power on the roof, and we're living under these wonderful oak trees, which we don't want to do anything about. So we're slightly less off-grid than we would want to be. We're running off the wind turbines. This is our little setup, and then we've got a little front room outside, and our garden shed, and then that's more circus stuff. The contents of that lorry, I think, are currently at Glastonbury. And then this is our living space.
It's huge.
So yeah, it's quite like a train carriage. And it's not the only bus on site. There's another double-decker bus, that's kind of at one at each end of the track. Wow. But he's taken his wheels off, so you can always wobble in ours. But yeah, we've had her for, 5 years. We renovated it all ourselves. Tasha mainly did the aesthetic design, and I built it with a couple of mates. So yeah.
Beautiful,
we tuck the child behind the fridge.
Do you? Oh, the little fold down?
Yeah, her bed folds down
Beautiful.
There. Bringing up the child wild here is great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm assuming she's here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Doing something. Yeah, they got their little tribe, and I think it teaches them a lot more about responsibility and, you know, how to deal with the world. We just had one of them just cut their finger on a reed, and they came back. So we said, well, why don't you go and do first aid, you know? So one of them went and got a plaster for another one, and they came back going, look, I can't bend my finger, but my plaster works. You know, they all know that on Mondays and Fridays particularly, we all do work with the community, and they have to get on with it. So you can find them all over the place in caravans, in the river. Hard to keep them out of the river.
Well, we spotted them in the trees earlier and all sorts.
They're everywhere. So we've all got little calls for them, so that we can yodel them and call them back from wherever they are. And they echo about the valley, which is quite nice. I think the most important thing about is this style of lifestyle is it's not just about giving back to nature. It's about working together with people. For instance,
community.
We've got that element of it. It's almost like bringing it back to the kind of 1950s where they all play out, and at the end of the day they come home, and I think they get to run around a farm
and be kids.
You know, it's the sort of farm that I would have gone to as a kid and gone, God, I wish I lived here. And all the kids do. And so doing that is, you know, the future's the most important thing, isn't it? So doing that for the kids is why we're here, really. Thank you ever so much. Just give me a little tour around. Thank you, mate.
This barn was first produced for pressing apples, and we've since built another shed because it got a bit bigger and we had to have some more machinery. And now this is used mostly for community groups, yoga, teaching BTECs and courses. Like Rick, you just seen, he does a flute making course. So.
Oh, what a beautiful space!
This space.
Wow.
Obviously, we're drying out some tent stuff.
But
it gets used. It's like our foundation building, so it gets used for a lot of different projects.
Yeah.
And there's a cafe here as well, which opens in August through the summer months.
It's a really big space as well, Brett, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we can, in the winter we can teach dance here, and I teach mime. Look, there's Marcel on the wall there. I'm a mime artist.
So there's the little hatch for the cafe just there.
Show you inside. It's an airship that's made of waste, so it's made of car tyres and bottle. So you can see the car tyres inside. Here you can see we've left a bit so you can see
the
how they're
tread on the
made. Yeah, the tread on the car tyres.
Goodness
So the rammed
me.
earth car tyres, it's got a floor made of waste tiles, broken tiles,
Oh my goodness.
made into a mosaic. And then it's got showers and bath.
Wood burner.
And it's got it's got wood burner for heating in the winter, but it's largely hot water from the wind turbines. So we've got hot water all the time here. It's one of our bath houses on site for people to use, both visitors and residents. And it's all organic product in here, so we produce shampoo and soap so that so we're not polluting the grey water.
So we've got the bathhouse up there. We've then got a wild spa just here. Let's have a quick little look.
Get in the pond if you want.
Spa, Soma, wild spa, Cornwall. Oh, so you can actually swim in. Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a swimming pool.
There's the wild swimming pool.
I'll get in if you want. I'm feeling a bit hot.
Every door or every trail that you go down leads to something absolutely incredible. Look at this. There's a wild spa. Beautiful swimming pond. Got a sauna just behind me there. Got a wood-fired hot tub here. Wow.
So this is these barrels are all full of vinegar, which we sell in the local shops.
So that'll be full organic apple cider vinegar.
Really good to take a bit every day. It sort of
Yeah.
keeps your energy up and your sort of resilience to diseases. Office and restaurant when we were on the road with the
Wow.
circus. It's now one of my colleagues lives here.
Beauty.
It's all done out inside like a narrow boat. It's all really beautiful inside. Unfortunately, he's not here at the moment, so you can't see
That's
that.
okay. Proper nestled in the amongst the trees.
Well, the trees weren't here when it first landed there.
That's
Well,
cool.
you've got to remember all these trees weren't here
Yeah.
when we first got here as a community. And that's our oldest orchard in there, so you can see how old the trees are in there.
And you said there's about 20 hives?
Yeah.
Like that. Wow. Got another few there. One there.
Some through there.
There's some more through there. See how close we can get to the hive without getting stung. Oh, yeah, I had one just fly past my head.
If you want to come down to Chyan, you can check out the Sustainability Trail, which is free to follow.
Well, that was the Chyan Community. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. A massive thank you to Brett and all the team over at Chyan. And if you want to find out more information about the Chyan Community, the website is below and the Facebook page is here. Massive thank you for watching. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe. It helps out tremendously. I'll see you on the next one.